positive stuff about the whole offseason. Well, training camp per se, but just trying to do everything I can to be better.
What's the injury?
I had a growing injury over the offseason. I was doing some releases, some receivers and stuff like that, and honestly, I would say a freak accident. As far as the injury, same movement I made plenty of times and had a pretty bad injury in my groin.
How frustrating has that been, and how have you prepared in spite of it?
Frustrating. I wouldn't say too frustrating. I think definitely not ideal. Just when I felt that I knew it was going to be out some time because the amount of pain that I had and just the feeling that I had, I knew I was going to be out. But I think for me, it was just like in that moment, just letting God work through me and around me in whatever way it looked like, whatever He was protecting me from or preparing me for, I was taking the head on. So I mean, it's definitely been a journey, been frustrating going in the training room to the weight room, back to the training room for 6, 7, 8 weeks now. So I mean, for me, it's just a mental test. But I'm coming out better.
What was your training camp like? You couldn't be out there for the practices, but I'm sure you were around the team and etc.
Yeah, really just in meetings is the only thing I could really do, being on the NFI list. So I mean, best I can. And when they were on 3 and 4, it was a bad day for me because I couldn't look out through the windows and watch practice. Except for the joint practice, I was able to be out there and be with the guys, with the team, communicating, helping them out, and with the energy, helping them out with their communication techniques, things like that. But overall, for me, it's really just been in and out the training room, hanging out with the strength and conditioning team a lot as well. Say it again. If I can play, I would just say it's how I'm feeling throughout this week. I plan to get clear today, and then I can start practicing and things like that. So it really just depends on where my body's at, because again, I've been out for 6 weeks. So hopefully my body responds fairly quickly, and I can feel good, and the training staff will figure out what's the best plan.
I think you were.
Where do you feel your conditioning is in terms of keeping it being smooth?
I mean, I like to say I can go out there and play, but I mean, it's definitely hard to. I feel like if we had a game today, it wouldn't be a thing. But I think really this week would be important for me to get the pads back on, get practices under my belt, gaining speed, moving around, covering guys, communicating. I think that all will help me, but again, there's not too much you can replicate in the game.
You had, I think, playfully taken some jabs about your contracts. Some other guys have passed you up, so just kind of, I think you were being playful. Maybe you weren't, but so none of this had you not practicing in training camp had nothing to do with the contract. Is that correct?
You know me better than that. I ain't never held out on him and never did any of that. So I mean, for me, I mean, again, for the media, it's a good play as far as the contract and the timing and things, but I'm not that type of cat.
Jaylon, what is on your mind going into this season? You've been through a lot here. Like, what are you thinking about at this stage of your career, ready to start with a new era, new coaching staff?
Win. Oh, win. I mean, it's really as simple as that. I mean, we win, we play good, everybody get paid. I mean, it's just how it all goes together. So I mean, for me, I'm trying to win. Coaches, I'm trying to win. That's all it's about.
And when you did watch practice, when you were watching out on fields 1 and 2, what did you think of that defense, and what it would be like to be part of that this year?
I love it. I think it's one of those things where it's energy driven. I feel like the more that we had energy, the more dominant we were that day. And I feel like the times where we didn't have that energy, it kind of showed in some of the execution. So I think really for me, coming back is just bringing that energy, bringing that juice, and then of course dominating the coverage. And that's something that I'm going to be able to do this year. So I'm looking forward to it.
Jaylon, I know you said in the spring you were really excited to be in a role where you could chat out all the number one receivers. Do you feel like your conditioning level is going to be up to that if that's called on you for this game?
For this game, it's hard to say. I feel like it would be a situation where we have to figure out what that game plan looks like. But I mean, as far as what I've been doing, I know I've been putting a lot of work outside the facility as well. So I'm confident in that. But again, that would be something I'll feel more so in the game, in that situation.
Minnesota's been dealing with some injuries in their receiving court. I mean, how much have you kept up with kind of what's been going on with their guys? How can match up for your secondary?
I don't know how much I kept up with it. Whatever comes across ESPN, the little ticker. So I mean, for me, that's really about it. I know unfortunate situation with Jordan Addison, he'll be out, of course. But other than that, I feel like outside of Jordan, Justin, I know he was banged up a little bit this camp as well. He'll be coming back. And then they just signed Adam Thielen. So I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we know what they have. We played against all those guys plenty of times.
Looking at your group, what have you seen in terms of growth from guys like Sean and others? Who has stood out to you from what you've seen in camp?
It's hard to say growth because I mean it's his first year here, so I don't really know what he was doing beforehand. But I know he had a really good camp. He was making plays on the ball, had quite a few interceptions. But I think overall from the group, I think the biggest thing was trying to work on, not even work on, emphasize turnovers. And I think we created a lot of turnovers as a group. And then really just from there, just health. I mean, Kyler went down, Josh went down, so just really trying to get everybody back healthy again. Of course, myself. So I mean, really, but once we get back healthy, we'll be able to take a look at it.
Just the power outputtage. I just want that more power to the leg and just more efficient. And sometimes, honestly, my left leg's doing a little bit more right now than my right. But just making sure that's the same and getting that going. So.
Braxton, how much has it impacted you at all, this position and you individually have been talked about so much, certainly outside the building? You have to get a lot of questions about it. Does it impact you at all?
Honestly, I mean, I just kind of go about my day-to-day things. I try and stay consistent in where I am and trying to do anything I can to focus on myself in the position. And, more importantly, I'm just doing everything I can to help this team win and to do whatever I can to, do my part in that. So, I mean, I understand the media and all that stuff. It's been, I've been here for going on 4 years. Like, I understand how it is. So I try and just keep the noise, and, focus on what they're telling me, focus on what my body's telling me, focus on what I can do for the team to win and be better on Sundays.
What have they been telling you, Braxton? Like, what have you worked the most on this training camp?
I would just say, kind of getting back the simple things of just setting correctly and just that confidence back of knowing what I do. It's been a while since working some of those things, so I think it's just taking repetitions of doing it over and over again. That's the biggest thing, is just being critical of the small things, certain things that you didn't see before, or that might creep in now because of the injury or whatever. You're trying to knock those out and just kind of clean them up with reps and repetition, and so that's the biggest thing, is just getting a lot of reps for me, and that's all I've done.
Braxton, late to the circle. Have they told you if you're starting at left tackle yet?
I mean, I can't answer that.
And if they did ask you, I mean, you've been very honest with the recovery process that you've been through to get to where you are. Are you ready, full force, to get started?
I mean, I've been ready. There's just some things personally you want to clean up. I think the amount of reps and them priming me for the situation has been great. So I just think going forward, it's just cleaning each mistake up, and you're going to have those. This is the National Football League, but you end up being consistent and being the driving force of that.
You mentioned how you have learned to kind of deal with the Chicago media or big market media. How different is it as you stand here right now in the first open locker room of this year relative to the first time?
I mean, obviously there's a lot more talk around it this year. Obviously, it's a type of position, so there's a lot of media on it, of course. But I mean, I kind of take the same. I'm gonna be the same person regardless if that's not going my way, regardless of what it is. I'm gonna be the same and try to be as consistent as possible and be the same with you guys. So I mean, obviously the first time doing this, it was not like this. But now the opening of this season and the talk behind it, obviously it's gonna be like this. Like I said, regardless of how many of you guys there is, how many there isn't, I'm going to be the same. But I'm going to approach the game the same.
What's your curiosity to this group, this offensive line together, and some of the guys next to you?
No, I mean, just over the years I played with a number of guys switching over, so I'm very confident in those ways. Just week in and week out, you're just going to have to better communication, better working as a unit together, seeing different things, and knowing how a certain player is there for you, or how I might be there for Joe, whatever that is. Obviously all those different combinations are different, but it's cool seeing, and I think working next to a guy like Joe is just amazing. He's all facets of the game. It'll be cool to see him continue working with him, and I have him with.
They do a lot on defense. They got a good personnel as well. It's just knowing the defense, knowing where they're going to be, making some pressures, just having good communication. That's really the biggest part. So like I said, we got to work on that this week, get a good look, and go out there and just do it.
How you feeling now that your first camp's in the book and now you're getting ready for your first NFL game week?
Feel good. It's a blessing for sure. Yeah, just excited to get this ball rolling.
Is it at all a relief that you were not healthy at the very beginning, but you had a successful camp? Are you 100%? How good does that feel?
Yeah, it feels great. It was a long process for sure, but God got me through it, and I feel great now. I'm just excited to get rolling.
Ben talked about with rookies, like you can't just trust that they're going to be there. Run the right route, do the right thing. You need to prove that trust to your coach. Do you feel like you're there?
Yeah. I feel like I got a lot left to prove though, for sure.
Have you ever heard people say that you move differently because you're kind of this hybrid wide receiver, tight end? And if you have heard that, what do you think that means?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely heard some people say that. I think that just means I would say maybe fluid. But yeah, I'm just trying to become Hardy. I'm just trying to become the best tight end, most complete tight end I can be to help this team win.
Has it sunk in?
Yeah, it definitely has. I mean, I'm sure it will hit a little harder when that day comes, but yeah, we're here. I mean, we've been here for months. Went through camp, preseason, so it's here now, and I feel good. I'm just like I said, we just got to prepare this week and leave it out on the field come Monday.
What's your favorite memory?
Coach, head to the podium shortly. Coach, the podium shortly.
JJ memory.
Man, there's a lot of them. I won't bore you guys with them, but
Bore me with one.
We got a lot of good memories. I'll tell you another day.
It allows us to go out there and play at a fast level, knowing that for the corners it's pretty much easy. You either man, you either cover two, you either three. So just knowing that when you go out there do your job, no matter how it comes out, the corner's pretty much going to be man to man, following the guy everywhere. So they just know that you got to go out there, play your game, play your technique, and play at a fast level, play at a fast pace.
The prospect of going against rookie QB, is that enticing?
At the end of the day, they're going to make it easy for them. So it's just really about what we do, not about what they do. So we got to go out there, play these calls fast, give them different looks, give them different disguises, and make him, win the game. Do that pretty much. It's going to give us a lot, knowing that we got our CB1 out there, probably following, probably not. So just having him out there is just going to bring that extra level of energy and confidence that we need to go out there and complete at a high level.
Tyrique, what's the biggest thing you worked on in training camp this year?
I would say just pretty much silencing the outside noise. I took heed on making sure that my outside circle is pretty much good. So all I have to do is just focus on football and preparing for every game like it's my last.
Did that heat get too much?
Nah. It just life problems. I fixed them up, but it's pretty much good. I'm really just ready to play football at this point.
How do you say?
Just making sure everything, check all the boxes, check them twice. If anything comes up, just make sure I always got a backup plan. So that's pretty much what this offseason been, just taking care of that so I can come here and do my job at a high level and enjoy doing it with the guys in the room.
Outside of that, are there things that you worked on the field, or is it just sharpening up the skills that you already have?
Sharpening up the skills I already have, and especially with this defense and how we playing it this year, just making sure that my technique is always at the park, because every play we're going to be pressing. So just making sure that every play I could go out there and do the same thing over and over again and make them change their game instead of me changing mine.
You love that pressing?
Yes, I love everything about it.
Everybody love that?
Yeah, everybody loves it. I'm pretty sure everybody on this road right here is up to the part to go out there and press every play.